Hello, beautiful Libra. Welcome to your reading. If you're new here, I am Divine Light and I'm so happy you've joined me today. In this reading, we will look into the energies of your next 4 weeks with a general overview. And we're going to start out with a coffee cup, then we're going to have a week by week spread. And by the way, if you go on to enjoy this message, don't forget to give some love, hit subscribe. That's the best and a free way to support the channel. And if you'd like to see more of these, go ahead and hit the bell icon so you will get a notification every time I upload. If you would like a private reading, I have my email in the description box. Just send me an email and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Let's dive in and see what's happening. There's a pathway opening here. This is towards the 3rd, 4th week timeline. But I don't feel like this is exactly a pathway. This is maybe even kind of looks like a different galaxy to me. I know there are very much a lot of astrological events happening at this time. And it seems like they're affecting you as well. And I can see here there's some... like something is brewing in there and this energy is bubbling something up within you. However, it's not really clear yet. You can see just the shadow of these things. It's not really 100% clarity. But within the 2nd week, I see here, this kind of reminds me of the elephant's trunk right there. You might actually get a resource outside your comfort zone or from an unexpected source. Some material satisfaction might be coming in. It seems like they're kind of connected somehow, what's coming in the 3rd week, but there's not much clarity right this moment. I just see the eyes and the nose of someone here. It can be through a person or maybe like an inspiration that you're going to get. I see a face here. Face is not clear, like I said, but it's going to become clear as the timeline goes that way. I see in your heart space there's some bubbling happening there. Maybe you're going through some hardship right now, or maybe unexpectedly the things are happening and uncontrollably. But I feel it's not really affecting your energy here. I see phone lines forming because maybe you have the right resources, right people to talk to get advice from. Another thing comes to me is maybe you're feeling like you don't really have those people available to you and you're wondering, that's why it's just bubbling up here. But it seems like there are some phone numbers in your phone that is actually going to bring you solutions if you can call them up. And this is not only about maybe even an upgrade in your life right now. The things that you're going through is going to really upgrade your lifestyle, maybe even bring you inspiration to come up with new ideas of financials, friendships. But if you're feeling like, oh, maybe I should call this person to get some advice from, it's time to do that, because the main reason of all the events happening, maybe even connecting you with that kind of like a soulmate energy. When I say soulmate, this can be emotional, this can be spiritual, this can be financial, because we all have soulmate. Even our friends we get along with tend to be our soulmates. Twin flame is the only comes in the format of romantic partner. So this upcoming first week, I feel like you guys are really connecting with people that are aligning with you, that are vibing with you. I even see there's a man here at the end of a pathway here, maybe someone actually traveling towards you when you call up, and they're gonna arrive to where you are, and there's gonna be a moment of, like, you can see there's like a sharing happening there. And probably that's the point of all these events, because there's something called the bridge of incidents, and you probably have like a specific desire, and the things might be looking like, okay, it's not really coming the way I want it to be, but it seems like the bridge of incidents are leading you towards that direction. Because within the 2nd week, I see here that you are standing, I told you the elephant showed up right there. You're wearing like a fur or a coat, like kind of looks like a snake maybe around your neck. With the snake skin, what they do is they usually make bags. I don't know if they make clothing, but I'm against all those kind of stuff. But this is like symbols that we're interpreting here. Snake can indicate the cycle of life. You are maybe ending a cycle and beginning a new one. That's why you wear it around your neck. You mean that you're dominating the next cycle, and maybe you're ending this cycle in a very high note right now. And another thing I felt with this fur I said fur also. Maybe it's like a fur something, which is luxury. Like you don't have to wear fur to experience luxury, but it can be representing of that kind of elevation in your life. I know it's really actually, even though it sounds like luxury, but it's not when you look at the humanitarian side of it. And anyways, though, I see there's a head right here. Okay, that's why I wanted to show. Like this seems like a person that you're wearing around your neck. They're wearing a hat. The hat has a feather on top. Feather can indicate this person can be someone. Now I'm thinking writing. Feather can be used for writing. Someone who is maybe writing and preparing things. Hat can indicate their authority. Another thing with the feathers energy, this can be someone very light, easy breezy vibe that they have, and they're around your neck, but it's not like they're tying down your neck. This is someone that you want to get involved what you're doing, and I see that you're confident here and smiling. So whatever is happening this first week is actually going to lead you towards a celebration and upgrade, maybe even bring better opportunities, that you're going to start looking for better opportunities to resolve the situation. And this second, the better opportunities are going to be really your like upgrade here, lifestyle upgrade, maybe financial upgrade. It can be in a relationship too. Maybe somebody's actually pushing you towards a direction to give up on them. So that will help you to start to see the people that are really worthy of your attention, to catch your eye, basically. Okay, that can be the person that you're wearing around your neck, because I also see here there's a heart shape. This kind of looks like a bird to me as well, so you might be receiving some good news along the way, this journey. Another thing I see here, there's a mask with the one eye. This mask, I was watching a shaman, I think he's from either Argentina or Brazil, and he was sharing these very traditional masks. When people go for praying for rain, they were wearing those beautiful hand-carved masks, and this kind of reminds me of that. It's actually copying the nature spirits. I don't know if you believe their existence, but I feel like the nature has a spirit. It's a living, the earth is a living creature, and I feel that they were actually wearing those masks in order to imitate the nature spirits, so nature will listen to them when they go for praying for rain. And praying for rain is maybe in your situation for praying for love, praying for abundance, resources, money, and maybe prosperity, because sometimes we do have the money, but it's not prosperous. It doesn't really cover anything. Even though it comes, it goes, it leaves. So because that's why having abundance of money doesn't mean it's going to be prosperous. So maybe that's what you're praying for. That's what you are connecting to as the nature spirit. But this tells me here, the mask, you need to imitate the nature spirits. Like you need to imitate the flowers and the trees, how they ground themselves, how they, like a tree, for example, a tree doesn't really take all the water out of the earth when it rains. It just takes whatever is necessary for that, for it that time. I don't know if trees have gender though, him or her. Anyways, I feel like here this mask is showing up so you can imitate the nature, okay? But it doesn't mean it has to be like in a flowy way without being unconscious, because I see that you are on top of the mask and leading it, and you look like a bunny right here. It also symbolizes being resourceful, okay? So it doesn't have to be like being in one way. It can be, you can research, look into it, because this is very strange to me. I saw it recently, and it seems like this, when the more you imitate the nature spirits, the more there's even a waterfall like flowing into your life, that you're going to really have prosperous energy. Another thing caught my eye, this is in the beginning of the next 4 weeks. I see there's a person here. It's like too much light. I'm gonna make it a little darker. I don't know if you guys can see it now. The nose is right there, that like a triangle shaped head, or maybe like a bucket head here. And they have kind of like a long beard. This can be someone wise, an older gentleman, and this is in a pathway they're standing. This can be a grandfather, or someone you see as a grandfather, or someone, again, we can see Father Sky, Mother Earth, we take it as. The Father Sky can be someone, the sky is air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. This is something, maybe a wisdom within you that you are trusting, but you're not really receiving information, because now it is requiring to think outside of the box. And within the first week, I told you that there is actually, you're starting calm, but then you're stepping into some sort of like a very like a hectic environment, or maybe like this can be like a government office, a place that you walk in that has like a lot of movement in it. So that's why it requires you to maybe just get out of there mentally for a second to see clearly the next thing that you need to do. Okay. Towards the end of the month, I see very light energy. There are phone lines forming. You might be connecting with people that are loving. And I see here, there is a legal paper there, a clean bill of health, maybe a clean paper that will be approving something. It is opening up a new pathway here. And the thing that you're connecting with this higher powers is actually going to be, at the end of the day, a benefit that you gain out of. If you were in a stressful moment, it is going to be your benefit that you gain out of this situation. Okay, you're going to check to see, okay, if this didn't happen, I wouldn't have found these resources, this prosperity in that corner that's sitting there. Okay. So I'm going to dive into your saucer. I want to mention also, I realized that not everybody's watching the tarot reading. Some people are actually passing on only watching the coffee cup. But the tarot reading can bring some symbols forth as well with relating to this cup. Actually, the symbols showing up here, if there's something that is not clear yet, it brings clarity to that. So it will be like that if that's what you're looking for answers, it can make it more, it can make more sense when you watch that part as well. What I see here is there's a heart shape forming. There are two people laughing. There is actually a cup, kind of looks like a human being in your heart space, and there's a king right here too. Can be a family of 4. Your desire has some time. Okay, let's see. But the thing is, though, first of all, maybe you're coming together with soul family. This doesn't have to be bloodlines. You don't have to, because the family doesn't mean that, blood family doesn't mean that you're going to get along with everyone. Okay, I always describe it this way. When people tell me that, oh, we're like brothers and sisters. The truth about being brothers and sisters, you don't have to like your brother or sister, but when something happens in the family, you come together and you support each other unconditionally. That's what family means. And when something happens with your friend, even if you love them so much, and even if the boundaries are broken, you wouldn't go back to them. But when it happens with the family, no matter what happens, in a bad case, you come together either way. So that's why being like family is not really the positive thing in a sense, but it is what it is. It is a structure that supports each other no matter what happens, okay? So I feel like here, but this time it's a good thing happening in the family. Everybody's supporting each other. It's forming even a heart shape here. Maybe there is a win coming. It can be a win, a victory. Like maybe there's someone in the family winning a cup, or like maybe there's a grandchild or a nephew or niece in the family winning an exam, passing an exam, or winning like something big. There's a whole family coming together. It seems like in the heart being one heart here. And your desire is not a straight line. Let me tell you, it's going to close a cycle and bring up a new one. The best part of it is, while you're minding your own heart, what's happening inside the home, when you are looking at that, this is actually going to take care of itself, even closing a cycle and opening up a new one and opening up new pathways for you. Your energy field is expanding, and if there's a legal situation here, within the 3rd week time, the crescent moon is showing up and very brightly. Seems like that's going to be resolving. Another thing I see here, there's a creature you can see, like this looks like a bug actually climbing up here. Kind of reminds me of the snail without the shell. I think it has a different name. The other day when I went to my mother's home, I saw them in her balcony. They were just walking, not walking, but like, you know, they're just, what do they call it? Like sliding on the surface. So I see some, like one thing here actually like slowly coming in, and I think that they are healing creatures. These creatures have healing aspects to them. So it is a glue, basically. It is gluing something from maybe friends, people, something broken, it's glowing together and fixing something maybe in your energy that you are actually afraid to do something. It is giving you the courage. Something is getting healed that you're going to be realizing when you take care of the thing, when you achieve the victory, you're going to say, oh, I don't fear this anymore, or this is actually available to me now. Another thing, I see the ring has broken here, and allowing one more thing. So this can be for some of you, I would like to say, because it's general reading, some of you might be manifesting love. Maybe you have been alone for so long and you didn't allow anyone into the ring, basically the closed circle. Seems like you're allowing someone. It's not really broken in the sense of like you're opening up the gates and allowing everyone to come in, but there's one person here, maybe within the 4th week, allowing one person to come into the space, maybe into family space, in your heart space, that they are actually really pushing really hard to, like they're doing their best to stay there with you, which is a good thing. Like relationships require effort, and this time around, this can be someone who really shows a lot of effort to be around you, okay? Let's see what's happening. We're going to go week by week. And by the way, I'm going to ask you if you have this goal, and I read this from somewhere and I put a note on here, so I feel like I need to share it with you. It says, if you have a goal, think about this goal and think about it. How is this a worthy goal? How can this bring happiness to me and others, or others that, or others and to me as well? Okay, you can ask both ways. Imagine a simple scenery, okay, that you receive it after feeling it's complete. I release this image and it's done. Okay, this is like a manifestation method I've written down here, so I want to share it with you. Let's see what's happening within the 1st week. We have 3 of Ariel. This next week can be all about bringing together the people that you actually work together well, or maybe they create magic out of nowhere. Okay, so you're going to be really working with people who are aligned with you and creating a lot of good magic with them. Do what you love, a time of great personal growth in career or artistic endeavors. Working with others in a cooperative manner can be all about your 1st week. The 2nd week, we have 4 of Ariel. Okay, this is a shuffled deck and I've used it a lot. That's why it's just coming one after the other. This is the 4 of Pentacles. The 2nd week is going to be about you maybe holding on to certain belief systems or fears too tightly that is not really allowing you to give or receive new things, okay? When you give, you also receive. Being resistant to change, extremes in how you save or spend money. And if that's the case, I feel like this 2nd week is going to be a challenge to actually break free from that. Like this can be about spending money, or also saving money, or giving away, or maybe even putting on the side for you to grow. And it can be discussion happening. It can be you're sitting down with a financial advisor and analyzing the situation. Maybe even whatever you have at this moment that needs to go into a certain direction, but then it is going to come multiplied. But it is going to be a little challenge to be resolved within the 2nd week. 4th week, we have 6 of Gabriels, which is, I love to see it, because 6 of Gabriels is a victory moment. It seems like you're going to experience a great victory. Even though the 2nd week is about a challenge that you go through, maybe about material stuff, the 3rd week, you're going to overcome that, okay? Congratulations. You have done a wonderful job. You're actually bypassing, maybe even like resolving the situation forever. Time to move on to the next projects, awards, scholarships, or promotions. The 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Gabriel, the 6 of Wands energy. So it's a victory moment for you, like a walk of victory. And let's see the 4th one, 8 of Gabriels. The 4th week, you might really receive a lot of good opportunities. A lot of things might be happening. Can be overwhelming a little bit because a fast movement is going to happen. Maybe it is going to require you to really gather around yourself. I told you there's a victory happening. Saw it in the cup. It's in your heart space, and this a great deal of activity can be a lot of positive material opportunities showing up for you. But at the same time, I told you there's a person showing up there too. Maybe they're also going to be in the mix. Can be a little bit overwhelming because it's happening fast. However, at the end of the day, it is going to be affecting in a positive way. Sudden and immediate results. Awesome. Important communications. I told you within the inside here, The second week, there's some stuff happening. Exactly. It showed up in the cup as well. Some things that are not favorable happening. It seems like you're overcoming that. And on top of that, it is actually maybe when you resolve this situation, opening up like a blocked, if you have any blockages or if there's a pathway blocked, when you remove this barrier, it is going to allow other things to come. Okay. Let's see. Three of Pentacles comes with a Page of Swords. And this is your energy. I feel like you are going to be the creative lead on this group of people if you're coming together with a group of people. And your creative ideas, your truth, your honesty is going to be the key. And also, Sword energy has logic. So you're going to be the logical aspect of this group. Okay, Page of Swords indicates this can be a new area that you are still maybe learning things, but this doesn't mean that you are oblivious to the situation. You know certain things, but there are more that you can pick up, but it doesn't mean that you're a follower here. You are also, your ideas, logic is really important in this mix, okay, to achieve success. Second week, I told you there's a blockage because some things are coming to an end. This can be maybe, okay, there's a sunshine on the background. This means that maybe you have a broken system now, and that system is not really serving you. Maybe you're taking care of everything by yourself. Maybe you have your own small shop and you're trying to do everything by yourself. And now there might be a small collapse to that. Okay, maybe it is actually so overwhelming. You're having a hard time to put everything away and track everything down. That can be because the sword energy is like a mental energy. It's like a mental breakdown for temporarily, because you are limiting yourself or you are opening yourself up too much. Maybe you're not tracking what's coming in, what's going out. There's an end coming to that. Okay. And it seems like here, I'm going to get back to that the second week because I want to go one by one. Six of Gabriel comes with a competition within the third week. If there's a conflict, there's a competition, you're resolving that. You're going to be victorious on that one. And Eight of Gabriels is a great deal of activities are coming in and you're intuitively guided in that state because it seems like there's not much clarity how these things are going to come forward, but you intrinsically walking towards that direction already. Let's see this Ten of Swords. I want to clarify with Four of Aerials because the second week seems like maybe you're limited on some areas and some things are coming to an end because you're taking charge of it now. You're taking control of it. Maybe there are certain things that you have been ignoring. Can be about health, can be about money, can be about business or relationship. Maybe you were really paying attention to the details now, and that's why that system is coming to an end. Now you're going to take charge of it. You're going to take control of it. And this is not only that, this is the alchemy. So your energy you're putting, your mental power is going to bring balance into this situation. Okay, this is not going to be something that is restricting, limiting. You're going to have a lot of space to expand, and also you're going to even have like a balanced approach to the situation. You're going to be, maybe you're working too hard. It is going to be more in moderation rather than being stressful. Okay, in cases, you're going to have the control over it. Maybe you're going to control your hours. And I see also 10 of Wands here. 10 of Wands can be doing everything by yourself. And also suggestion comes forth as an asking for help. Maybe you're going to be able to ask for help and receive help to carry these sticks to your castle here. Knight of Pentacles indicates actually making very smart investment and collecting those crops. Okay, so it seems like whatever it is happening within the second week, it can be about money, and maybe there is something that you're not really keeping the track of that's coming to an end. It can be a dramatic ending, it can be a little bit painful, but it doesn't mean it's going to stay painful. And within the third week, if this is connecting to that, there's a conflict happening here. You're resolving that with massive success. And on top of that, you're actually going to have a structure and system and a working structure. And even if you're carrying all of that on your back, this can be like a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo coming into your life, who's someone organized, good with money, good, disciplined, taking charge of the situation and helping you out with this burden. Okay, which is a perfect alignment, actually. I'm going to pull a chakra to see if you have any chakras blocked during this time. Because sometimes what happens is our energy center is blocked. It just comes up as maybe physical discomfort or mental discomfort. Let's see if there is one blocked for you or what you can do in order to clear that, okay? Let's see what this is. We have grounding. So are you grounding daily? Are you touching earth or maybe meditating? This is very important. This is the earth element, the root chakra. We have the elephants again here. I think this is Ganesha. And the snake shows up here too, transformation and healing. The earth element comes with the chant of Lam during your meditation. If you have a meditation practice, you can repeat that or you can just keep that in mind, okay? This is coming as an affirmation here. I am anchored in my physical existence and resonate in perfect harmony with the physical world. So maybe you are, because these are all mental cards coming in, Page of Swords and Ten of Swords, maybe you are in your mind all the time. That's why you're not really seeing the results of your efforts, because you're not really grounded on the planet Earth. You're mental plane all the time. I am of the earth as I am of heaven. I root down and yield to the world around me. I connect with the life-giving energies of the earth and loving release lower vibrations to Gaia to be transformed. This is also important to get rid of the second week's heavy energy. I am earthed can be your affirmation here. And also, I'm going to pull an angel to support you during these times. Let's see which one that will be. You can call upon the angels. Angels do not have free will. We do. And if you don't call them, they cannot come and help you unless it's like an emergency situation. We have the Archangel Hanael, the willpower. So maybe there are the inspirations coming to you, but you're having a hard time to get up and do it. Willpower is missing because of can be from a lot of things. I don't want to just say because of discipline or whatnot, because sometimes what happens is we're being weighed down by the negative energy surrounding us. There are a lot of like people on the planet now, a lot of creative beings, other kind of beings also. They can affect our willpower. We have two red ruby red colors right there, so your root chakra might be also affected by this kind of like it's blocked. That's why maybe it's affecting your willpower. But whale is a good energy right there. Just like the great whales of the ocean's deep, swimming in the Mother Earth's tears, you are asked to bring willpower to your life in order to achieve the possibility of glory. The ancient souls of these beautiful sea creatures bring them to the flow of the universe. This reminds us that all is well in the divine matrix, and so take heart from their example. If your will is not currently flowing for you, ask Hanael for loving assistance, and you will feel the ruby ray force flooding through you, giving you such strength of purpose and healing that you will once again feel clear to emit your magnificence in the world. There's a chant here. It says, chant Om 3 times for greater clarity. Okay, we can even do it right now. You can do it like Om, Om, and Om, and you can do it longer so it can really clear your breath as well. Okay. All right, beautiful Libras. That's all for today. I would like to thank you for joining me, and I wish you a magical day. Bye. Hey, beautiful. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel.